Ashok Empire, the largest empire of India in medieval history. In ancient Indian history, one name stands out: the mighty Mauryan Empire. It was founded by Chandragupta Maurya in the 4th century BCE. This empire became the largest in the Indian subcontinent, covering 5 million square kilometers. Under Ashoka, the Mauryan Empire reached its peak. It left a lasting mark on history. Chandragupta started by conquering the Indo-Gangetic plain. This laid the groundwork for a vast empire. The empire grew to nearly cover the entire Indian subcontinent, except Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Ashoka, Chandragupta's grandson, took the throne in 268 BCE. He quickly expanded his empire. His victory over Kalinga was brutal, costing over 100,000 lives. But this war changed Ashoka. He became a compassionate ruler. He spread Buddhist teachings and worked for a just society. The Mauryan Dynasty, a legacy of grandeur. The Mauryan Dynasty lasted from the 4th to the 2nd century BCE. It started with Chandragupta Maurya, who founded the empire. His son, Bindusara, then expanded the Mauryan rule. Ashoka, Bindusara's son, is one of India's greatest rulers. His reign saw the empire at its peak. It covered much of the Indian subcontinent and adopted Buddhism. The Mauryan dynasty was marked by great achievements. Chandragupta Maurya started the empire in 322 BCE. It grew under Bindusara and reached its peak under Ashoka the Great. Ashoka's conquest of Kalinga in 260 BCE changed him. He then renounced violence and followed Buddhism. His edicts, carved on rocks and pillars, show the empire's power. The Ashoka Chakra, on India's national flag, comes from the lion capital of Ashoka. This symbolizes the Mauryan legacy. The Mauryan dynasty also left a mark on art and culture. They built the Great Stupa at Sankai and the Barabar caves. Their support for the arts enriched ancient India's culture. Ashok Empire, conquering the subcontinent. Ashoka led the Mauryan Empire to its highest point of power. He was the third ruler of the Mauryan dynasty. His rule stretched from Afghanistan in the west to Bangladesh in the east. During his time, the empire was united and culturally integrated. It became one of the largest ancient empires, covering about 5 million square kilometers. Ashoka conquered most of the Indian subcontinent from 268 BCE to 232 BCE. This was a huge achievement that made the Mauryan Empire strong. The empire went from Bangladesh in the east to Afghanistan in the west. However, the Kalinga War was a tragic event. It led to over 100,000 deaths and 150,000 deportations. This event made Ashoka change his ways and follow Buddhism. Ashoka's children, Sanghamitra and Mahendra, spread Buddhism in Sri Lanka. This expanded the Mauryan Empire's influence. The Mauryan dynasty, started by Chandragupta Maurya and Bindusara, helped Ashoka achieve greatness. The state emblem of India, based on the lion capital of Ashoka, honors the Mauryan Empire. It shows the lasting impact of Ashoka and the Mauryan dynasty. Kalinga War, the turning point. The Kalinga War, fought by Ashoka the Great in 261 BCE, was a key moment in the Mauryan Empire's history. Ashoka's conquest of Kalinga was brutal, causing over 100,000 deaths and deporting 150,000 more. This war deeply affected Ashoka, leading him to change his ways and follow Buddhism. This change in Ashoka had a big impact on the Mauryan Empire. He spread the teachings of Dhamma across his lands. This brought over 40 years of peace and prosperity. The Kalinga War was a turning point in ancient India, changing the Mauryan Empire and its culture. Ashoka invaded Kalinga for power and to bring peace to a prosperous area. But the war's scale shocked him, making him give up violence for Buddhism. This change marked his reign, focusing on non-violence and Dhamma. The Edicts of Ashoka, propagating Dhamma. Emperor Ashoka carved his edicts on rocks and pillars across his vast empire. These inscriptions show his strong belief in Dhamma, doing the right thing and living morally. They are the first known examples of a ruler's words in the Indian subcontinent. The edicts talk about many things. They include Ashoka's regret over the Kalinga War, his love for Buddhism, and his goal for a fair society. These writings give us a peek into Ashoka's vision and the world of ancient India. The edicts are found in India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. They are in different scripts like Brahmi, Kharosthi, Greek, and Aramaic. This shows how far Ashoka's rule reached and his wish to share his message with everyone. The edicts are divided into types. Some focus on Buddhist teachings, while others talk about morality, politics, and governance. This shows Ashoka's dedication to Dharma and a well-ordered society. The edicts of Ashoka are a remarkable look into Ashoka's vision and ancient India. They still fascinate scholars and historians today. They show how Buddhism influenced the Mauryan Empire and left a lasting mark on the region. Architectural wonders of the Mauryan era. The Mauryan Empire was famous for its amazing buildings. Ashoka's time saw many big structures built. The pillars of Ashoka are a key example. These tall, shiny stone columns had animal tops and held the emperor's messages. Also, the Mauryas built huge stupas for Buddhism. The Sankai stupa is a great example. It has detailed stone carvings and gateways, showing the Mauryans' skill and support for Buddhism. The Mauryans left a lasting impact on Indian history. Their buildings show big steps forward in art, engineering, and culture. The pillars of Ashoka, the Sankai stupa, and others still amaze and inspire us today. Ashoka's legacy, shaping ancient Indian history. Ashoka the Great, the legendary emperor of the Mauryan Empire, left a lasting impact on ancient Indian history. His rule from around 268 to 232 B.C.E. was a time of great change. It saw Buddhism grow and his ideas of fair governance and helping others spread. After the Kalinga War, Ashoka turned to Buddhism. He spread this faith far and wide, building monasteries and carving his famous edicts. These edicts shared his vision of Dhamma, focusing on peace, tolerance, and helping others. Ashoka's legacy goes beyond his time. His writings and inscriptions are key to understanding the Mauryan era. His support for arts, literature, and sciences also helped create a cultural golden age in India. Today, the Ashoka Chakra is a national symbol of India. It shows the lasting effect of Ashoka's vision on ancient Indian history.